Welcome back to North to Prem. In today's episode, we have our Season 9 transfer special of The Save. I did say it was Season 10, but it's actually Season 9 that we're on now. If you look at the history, that should about match up. So we had our first season at Peterborough Sports and National League North. We had our second season, third season, then the fourth season, we went to Lincoln. Fifth season, sixth season, we went to Fulham. Then we had the seventh season, eighth season, we went to Arsenal. So now we are starting the ninth season. So 9 seasons in, and we've got a team that I think will definitely challenge for the league title next year. As you can see, we finished third in the end, so pretty good. And since we came in, just the one loss, I think. So I think we joined it around Sheffield United, wasn't it? Was that the first game? It might have been earlier, actually. I can't remember. No, I'm pretty sure it will have been. Will have been around here that we joined. Anyway, we did quite well in the end. So did Fulham. They finished in 5th, but we won't worry about them anymore. In terms of what we've got to do for next year, we've obviously got a couple of players already coming in. We've got Pedri, who's coming in. He is going to join us on a free transfer from Arsenal. So like I said in the last one, we did have a couple of big signings that we've agreed pre-contracts for. So we've got Pedri coming in. He's going to be obviously an attacking mid or winger. And then we've got Evan Ferguson. We've got our striker. 9 seasons in, he's still only 26. I forget how young he is. He is world-class. He is that world-class striker that we needed. So we've got a lot of the business done. We've still got a fair bit of money. There's a decent bank balance, but there's a big transfer budget. I think what are we missing? So we've got pretty good everywhere. I think maybe a top quality right back and centre back, and then I think we're done. I think we've pretty much got it all. I think Pedri will play either down the middle or on the left, striker up top. I don't think we need a lot. So this might not be the longest transfer window ever, or transfer special, but I do think we've got a good squad. I think Dedic is fine at left back. Could even obviously play right back as well. So maybe a really good centre back to partner up with Saliba. A really good right back, I think, would be priority. But honestly, I think this squad as it is can challenge for a Premier League title, especially with a proper striker. And I think that was what we were missing mainly. Martinelli, he's really more of a winger. But I think a proper striker in, this side can win the league. So this could be the last season of North to Prem. We'll have to see. But if we win the league, that is obviously the end of North to Prem. And we'll have to think of something else to do. We'll have to start a new season, a new series or something. Few players are on the way out. We've got obviously some players who've already agreed deals. We'll take a look at those. Some players out of contract, like we've got this squad view. Where is it? Gabby Jesus is out of contract. The rest aren't. So we've obviously got someone like Dumont who we just need to sell. Nwaneri we need to sell. So there's a couple that could probably leave as well. A couple are already on their way out, Aymar and Cuevas. So we'll see how those get on. But a couple to sell. Maybe Thuram as well we could get rid of if we could get a big fee for him, but I'm not going to force him out. Other than that, I think we've got a good squad. I don't think there's anyone here we need to really sell. Maybe Guerrero or Torres could go, but I'm not too fussed. I think everything else in the squad's pretty good. So I think we'll look out for a top quality centre-back and right-back. And then I guess if we can bring any other superstars in, we'll do that. But for now, I think we'll just progress with what we've got. So we've reached basically the time when the transfer window opens. So we've got quite a few players who have left the building. The first one is Khephren Thuram. He left to Chelsea for 50 million. The Arsenal paid 99 million for him. He didn't ever play a full proper season. I suppose these couple seasons, but really never even got into the 30s in the Premier League. Never scored that many. I mean, I guess he's more of a defensive mid, so it's not a huge loss, but quite a big loss on that. But £50 million for a player we weren't really too keen on. The next one, Ethan Nwenry. He was obviously a product of Arsenal's academy. Very much just a rotation option. He's gone to Villa for nearly £16 million. A couple other youngsters left. Connor Boyd, he's went to West Ham for 3.5 million. Ebbers Backs went to Norwich for 2.5, so some small figures there, but the money's adding up. The money is adding up. We have brought a couple players in. So first one is Bichiabu. Bichiabu is in from Leipzig for £68 million. Good bit of business there. He looks like the proper centre-back that we needed. At only 26 as well, so 5-year deal. Very good age. 6'5", technical, fast, big, strong. Exactly what you want from your strikers. The next one is Evan Ferguson. We obviously had a deal for him arranged before the window opened. Big money move. He joins us for £95 million rising to 105 million. 26-year-old, again, he's a great age. He's a world-class striker. He's been banging them in for Brighton, and they're terrible. So now he's in a proper side. He should be unbelievable. So that's the team as it stands. So we've got Costa in goal, back four of Köpke, Saliba, Batshuayi, Dedic, Rice, Udraugo, Saka, Ødegaard, Martinelli, and Ferguson. I think that is a very, very strong side. I think we need a right back. I think we need to probably move on one of the centre-backs / full-backs. We've got deals for Dumont lined up. He's going to Cologne. We're probably going to move Tomiyasu on. Aymar's on his way out. Cuevas is on his way out, and so is Gabby Jesus. So I think we probably could do with maybe, I think, to be fair, Guerrero, he's a striker. He looks decent. Torres is a striker. He's okay. So we're probably okay. Fatty, Gula, we're probably okay in attack. We probably could do with a better DM. We've got Gilmore, we've got Gula, but they are quite big drop-offs. I suppose Ødegaard could always play there. Gertruda could play there. I think we're probably okay for midfield. We're probably okay at fullback and centre-back and goalkeeper. So Aaron Ramsdale wants to leave, so we are looking at bringing in someone to replace him as our second choice. And then obviously Fedorashenko can just be our backup. Some very long names at this club, isn't there? But I still think we need a really good right-back. Tried to get Jeremy Frimpong. They wanted £72 million. We could afford it, but just based on principle, I'm not paying £32 million for a 30-year-old. So, £72 million for a 30-year-old. So we'll keep looking. We'll keep looking for our top quality right back. But I think we're a world-class right back away from a league-winning side. So we've reached the 1st of July, and lots of the transfers have come in, and lots of the exits have gone on as well. Let's just check back. So the only other signing we made before the deadline was Thiago Cruz. This looks like a proper player from Sporting Lisbon. £45 million, scored 21 in 30 in Portugal last year. He looks a proper player. He can play up front. He can play basically anywhere across the front four. We will probably use him as a first choice reserve for those three positions. So anytime we're not playing Ferguson up top, Saka or Martinelli, he will be the first reserve basically, so he'll get plenty of game time. World class player, 45 million, you can't say no to that. Other than that, Leo Guerrera went, so if you look at that, we've paid an extra 5 million for what is a big upgrade. So Leo Guerrero just didn't work out. He's went to PSG for 40 million, so a decent little profit turned there on him. Other exits, cut some more youngsters. This guy apparently was on his way out. Apparently he was on loan, and it got made permanent. Scored lots in the Championship, so good for him. But he's went to Southampton for 12 million. A couple more youngsters have left. Ramsdale's went to Al Ittihad for 33.5 million. So we've had to replace him. Tomiyasu's gone to Atletico for 13 million. Couple more youngsters. Dumont went to Cologne, 18, and so they signed whoever the manager was last season signed him. He barely played and now he's left. But we've made three pretty big signings. The first one, Pedri in on a free from Barcelona. What a signing on a free transfer. He's going to be our new attacking midfielder. He's going to replace Ødegaard as the number 10. And as long as he performs, he should be keeping it. We've all got our replacement for Ramsdale. Trubin was on a free from Benfica. I mean, these are hell of a signings on free transfers, I'll tell you that. He could easily displace Costa, but for now he's going to be second choice. And then Rodri, another one on a free. He is 35 now. His pace has gotten down a little bit, but his first reserve for those DM positions, that is a very good upgrade on probably the other first reserve, which was Billy Gilmore. So quite an upgrade there. So he joins us on a free 1-year deal, possible extension if he plays 15 league games, which I could see happening. So we'll see how we go there. Other than that, Torres might be on his way out to Dortmund. Other than that, I think it's done. We don't have a lot left to do. We'll obviously keep going up until Wolves and then show you anything else. I don't think we'll find a right back. The only right backs available are worth an absolute ton of money that we can't afford. So these are probably the top two right backs, both at United, weirdly enough. So we'll keep an eye on it because you never know. I guess he's more of a centre back. This one would be the one you'd really want. Want Frimpong, but then I look at him as a wing back on attack. He's 3 stars. Yeah, 3.5 stars. And then Köpke is 3.5 stars. And as a wing back on attack, he's 3 stars. So it's really not that much different. So I think we just stick with Köpke and hope he improves a little bit as the season goes on. There's no one else around that I think is worth splashing out the cash for. maybe Rico Lewis, but again, it's just so much money. I don't know if it's worth it. I just think we're probably better off maybe Coyote, but again, it's just so much money. Are we not just better off keeping Kirka and then using Branthwaite and Gertruda as backup right backs? That to me seems a sensible option. So we still have a bit of money left, about 100 mil, 750k-ish in the wages. So I think we will keep an eye out. Gabby Jesus is on his way out. He just hasn't left yet. So that's 500k. That's actually going to be freed up. So we probably have a little bit more money with Torres going as well. That's another 100k. So we'll see. But for now, I think this will be the squad that we go into the new season with. If we do anything else before Wolves, then of course we'll show it as well. So we've reached the first game of the season, and as you can see, we've done some more business in terms of outgoings. So we have sold a few more. Valentin Torres did go to Dortmund. He's a couple of youngsters have went. I didn't even know these were in the club. Peter Jakubko, some youngster that was here that came from Slovakia. He's went to Saudi for 22.5 mil. So I mean, he looks pretty mid to me, so I don't know why they're paying all that. Another one, pretty mid goalkeeper, Lucas Canizares, joined us for £1 million from Valencia. He's went to Newcastle for 20 mil. He's barely played the last... Yeah, some weird transfers going on. Jesus has went to Sep, so I think that's Palmeiras, is it? Yeah, Palmeiras in Brazil. Took a big wage cut, like, he was on 500k, but... He is 34 now. A couple of youngsters went out on loan. Delmo, he was a youngster. Again, 20 million, 22 million. We got him on a free, loaned him to Plymouth. He barely scored in the Championship. And now he's got a £20 million move to Man United. I just don't understand these transfers. Martin Erdegaard, this was not one I was looking to sell, but £60 million for a player who was 32 in the last year of his contract. And we've got Pedri in. Seemed like a good deal. So he's went to Al Hilal on £1.4 million a week, so fair play to him. But 60 mil for a 32-year-old is crazy stuff. And then Billy Gilmore has went to Man City. He's had some career on him, Billy Gilmore. He's Chelsea, Brighton, Arsenal, Man City. I don't think he's worth 30 million. He's 30-year-old. Again, he was in the last year of his contract, but that's what they've offered, so we've let him go. Replacements, so obviously we got up to here. We found our right back. Thiago Vieira comes in from Braga for £36.5 million. As you can see, valued much more than that. Looks really good. Not the best dribbler, but he's very quick. Decent technique. Good passer. We'll see how he gets on. His work rate and his dribbling is a little bit low for me, but he's shown as a lead in Premier Division with potential to be world class. So he's not actually played a load of games, only 52 in his whole career so far. So did spend quite a few years coming through, but once he's come through at Braga, he looks really good. So we'll give him a chance. If not, we'll go back to Krpke. Gavi joins us. The Barcelona man had went to Milan for £87 million. He had an 80 mil release clause in his contract, which I thought was odd. So he's joined us. He's world class. He's going to be our new deep line playmaker to partner with Rice. And then I found this lad, Bruninho, great name, £18 million release clause for what is described as a world class player. That is crazy stuff. As you can see, he's been leathering the goals in Brazil. I think he must have been playing up front, but we'll probably play him on the right. He's obviously going to be one of the players in and around the side. So this is the team at the minute. So I think this will be our starting 11. All of these like being at least 4 stars. Dedic is let it down at 3.5. Is there a left back who's 4? There isn't. Let's go get a left back. No, the money's pretty much gone. We could potentially get one, but we probably have to sell someone first. So this is the team. We've got Costa in goal. Obviously behind him is Trubin and then Fedorchenko as emergency backup. Right back, we've got Vieira and then Krpke as backup. Centre backs, we've got Saliba and Bichiabu and then Gertruda and then obviously Faye, Branthwaite can all play as backups. Dedic at left back, Mika Faye. Again, just a lot of these defenders can all play backup left back, but Dedic will be the main one. In midfield, we've got Declan Rice as the ball winner. Again, Rodri probably the backup for him. Gavi on the other side, Udrago the backup for him. Saka on the right, probably Cruz would be first choice there. Maybe Bruninho to come in. Pedri, we've got players like Gavi, Cruz, Gula, Martinelli, Fati, they can all play down the middle. We've got Martinelli on the left. Again, Cruz, Gavi, Fatty, all players that can play there. And then up top, we've got Ferguson, probably just Cruz behind him, probably wouldn't play anyone else. So realistically, you're probably saying Cruz is the backup striker, Fatty, backup left mid, Bruninho, backup right mid, and then Gula, probably the backup cam. But realistically, you're probably looking out of those 4. Cruz would be first to come in for anyone. then maybe Bruninho, then maybe Fatty. Gula and Fatty, I could see one of those leaving before the window's shut. Fatty's got a little bit of interest. If we get an offer for, I'm not going to force them out, but if we get an offer for either of them close to their value, I think I'll take it purely because I think we've got 3 for 4 positions as backup. We don't need 4 for 4. It's the same with the fullbacks as well. The defenders, if we get an offer for Mika Faye or Branthwaite, we'd probably let him go. Probably wouldn't let Kerpia go because I'm not sold on Vieira being first choice. He's probably out of all of these the one we would keep. Gertrude has just got a new contract as well, so he probably won't go. So if we get an offer for Branthwaite, Mika Faye probably the one I would rather sell just because obviously Branthwaite is homegrown. So if we get an offer for Mika Faye, Gula or Fatty, they'll probably go. But again, we won't force any of them out. Declan Rice is probably better as a playmaker, to be honest, than a ball winner. But I mean, 15 marking, 17 tackling, you can't go wrong with that. So I think that'll do it. As you can see, we have spent a fair bit of money. So obviously if you go last season, 247 million, this was where a lot of the money came in. We then spent an additional 131 million on these players, but we have sold a lot as well. So I think we're doing okay. Financially, we're flying. 360 mil in the bank. Sponsorships as Arsenal is crazy. Really crazy. There's still some debt. I mean, why not just pay it off? I'm no finance expert, so maybe I'm wrong. But I think we should just be paying it off, get the interest back or whatever. This is the dream team. So we are expected to finish top of the league. I would expect us to challenge with City and maybe Liverpool. But this is the dream team. So Man United's goalkeeper, I don't think he's any better than Costa. Yeah, he's probably the best right back in the league, but realistically, he's probably more of a centre back at 6'2". So I think we might have one of the better right backs in the league, and I think he is because there he is, Thiago Cruz. Oh no, that's wrong, Thiago. Who's the other one? Ooh, Ben Seger's joined Fulham. Yeah, he looks unreal. That would have been nice. It would have been fun to play with him, but nevertheless, I think we've got a really good squad. Vardiol's still one of the best centre backs in the league. I forget how young he is because he's only 29 now. 9 years into the future, crazy. Saliba. Next to him, he's ours. Asende at Chelsea. Yeah, he looks all right. He looks pretty good. Martinelli and Saka. Gluck. I think I know him. Gluck. Yeah, Salzburg in real life, yeah. He's Bellingham. I don't know if they're necessarily better than Gavi, Pedri, and Declan Rice. Cruz and Haaland up top. Weirdly enough, Cruz is our best player, apparently. But he's not really a pressing forward. We'll see. I think I'm surprised. I mean, this must just be something based on positions. I would think Evan Ferguson's one of the best strikers in the league. I think looking at him, he should be one of the best strikers in the league. But we'll see how he gets on. And if he doesn't hit the ground running, I mean, he's got pedigree in the Premier League. With the team around him, he should be fine. If not, we'll put Thiago Cruz up there. So I think we've got a lot of good options now in every position. Now we just need to keep them all happy. At the minute, everyone's happy. So, yeah. I don't see us, like I say, I think a couple of those players could leave. Other than that, I don't see us signing anyone else. And we'll kick off the season with Wolves and Burnley. That should be, we haven't got a hard game till United, so we should be winning our first 4. Could we do an invincible? I don't know. You can always get a slip up, can't you? I genuinely think we should be winning most games. I think there's only, if we draw against City, then fairs, but I think everyone else we should be beating. Maybe Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, draws, not the worst, but I think we should be winning. I was looking to see if we played City on the final day. We don't. We do play them pretty close to... No, we don't. I was looking at City United. No, yeah, it's quite a gap. Play Man United pretty early in the season, though, don't we? So we'll see how we get on. Cups, we are going to be in the Champions League, so I would expect to get pretty far in that. Would be nice to win some sort of silverware. Obviously, last season, we didn't win anything. The last time we won something was the FA Cup and the Championship in the same season, so... Good chance to win this. Obviously, we'll rotate probably for the Cups and potentially the Champions League as well. I really want to win the league because that is the goal of North to Prem. But if we could win, our backups, you're talking about replacing, Saka with Bruninho and Declan Rice with Rodri. We're not talking a big downgrade here. So I think our second string side could very well still win a League Cup or an FA Cup. So we will rotate for the Cups, but I think for the Premier League and the Champions League mainly, we will play our first team. So that's going to do it for this transfer special of North to Prem. And like I said, when we come back, we will play Wolves and Burnley to kick off the 9th season and our first full season with Arsenal in the Premier League. As you can see, pre-season gone very well. So we're all in good form, we're all happy, and we're all raring to go. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all for that next episode of North to Prem very soon.